back to Libib's booktube channel. My name is Kaelyn. I got some good old Starbucks tea, and I've been pondering a lot of thoughts and feels about 2020. So my previous video, books that I want to read by the end of 2020, has made me compile a list of all the things and videos I need to film before the end of the year and the start of next year. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting on 2020, and I wish that it would just end so we can get on into 2021 and hopefully we can have a fresh start, new things, and a better year than this year. So this was another end of the year video. Before we get into the end of the year videos, I am doing today the end of the year book tag originally created by Ariel Bissett, and I will leave a link in the description box down below to her original video. So there's a couple of questions, so let us get started with question number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And yes, I still need to finish A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Midnight Sun, like the most two critical, like early 2000 books that I needed to like. And the last book that I have started this year but I've not yet finished is also Shout by Laurie Halse Anderson. This was book club pick of the month. I forgot what month for my reading poetry club that I just kind of dropped off and fell off the face of the earth of. So hopefully I can get this finished by the end of the year. If not, it's totally fine by me. I kind of already forgot what happened through the first half of the book, but I just want to restart my whole poetry club next year, so maybe I will pick this up then. Question number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And I think this book is going to be the perfect book to transition towards the end of the year, is September Love by Langleaf, because this book cover just makes me feel all sorts of fall because it's this tan and black, and I don't know, it just is giving me fall vibes. September is in the title. I feel like it could be very autumnal to transition into the yuckier, gross winter months. Next up, are there any new releases that I'm still waiting for? And yes, A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. Even though I have not finished the rest of the series, I am highly anticipating this book. I feel like this book has keep getting its publication date pushed back, and I feel like there's just a ton of hype going into this release. So I'm excited, even though I haven't started the rest of the series yet. Next question is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year, which you can check out last week's video, which mentions the books that I want to read before the end of 2020. Like I said, I still need to finish Midnight Sun, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. A couple of these books up here is a couple of new books I want to get into. Next question is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? And this book hasn't been released yet, but I want to read the 2nd volume in the Vamp Veronica series, so Vamp Veronica New Blood. That is one book that I want to read before the end of the year. I don't know where my other Warren the 13th book is, but I want to complete this series, so that would be 2 and a 3rd book. But these books are quick and joyous to read. At least the first one is, because we talked about Warren the 13th working in a hotel and his fortune. So I'm excited to continue on with the series and wrap it up by the end of the year, hopefully. The next question is there a book you think that could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Of course, it's the answer like I give all the time. Yes, there's always opportunity for books to shock me and become my new favorites when I wasn't expecting it, or I could just randomly pick a book up off a shelf somewhere else and have no knowledge of it, and it could surprise me. Or the books I've been highly anticipated and waiting for could be just absolute garbage. So it really depends on what I pick up. I don't have an exact title, but there's always room for surprises. And the last question, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? And yes, I have. I haven't had any like set in stone plans, but the few plans that I have to read 26 books, because I'm turning 26 next year, and I'm going to start entering my quarter life crisis for 2021, so that's gonna be a fun fact. Maybe that just started a year early. Haven't decided yet. Also want a complete series. I feel like I've started a lot of series in the past in my early days and I just haven't completed series. So I'm hoping that I can make some commitments this next year. I made some pretty big ones this year, so hopefully I can keep up that trend and stick to it next year. Anyways, that's it for the end of the year book tag. What are you hoping to complete by the end of 2020, or what is an autumnal read that you're currently reading right now? Anyways, let me know in the comment section down below. And that is gonna be it, so don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Thursday for a new Thursday Bookish video.